Yo, intro time. Yo, what up? 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 This is Heir to the Cast. This is the Heir to the Crown podcast. Hi.
What's up? Welcome to Heir to the Cast.
Yo,
what up?
hey Riley, over here.
And there. Over there.
We got two guests.
Woo!
We have Jessica, which is Riley's fiance.
Jibka.
And Cody, who's a longtime friend of me and Riley and Austin.
Jessica,
Now
Cody.
Daniel.
Super excited to have you on the podcast.
Nice to
Yeah.
meet you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, they just met. She's engaged to Riley. She's never met Cody.
Yeah.
Somehow.
They definitely didn't.
I mean, we only met a couple days ago.
Yeah.
That's true. You are
I have no idea
fast.
how I got here.
She's from Germany, so we had
Yeah,
to get her a
speak
green
German.
card.
Those Mel and Bright things work?
Yeah, oh yeah. She's a mail order bride from Sri Lanka.
This is this episode is sponsored by.
by mail order bride.
And unlabeled power drink.
Well, guys, what's up? This is the out of town guest episode.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a burp.
No, don't lie.
Oh, it wasn't.
Don't lie.
That's a lie. That was not a burp at all.
So episode 11?
Yeah, this is our 11th
Oh yeah,
episode of
because we
our
already
podcast.
recorded.
You know,
Every
I
time.
literally do it every time I sit in this chair.
And he used to own it.
You think I would be used
So
to it by now?
funny. Every
Whatever,
single
you know, that's okay. What's up?
squad.
Daniel's being kind enough to let me use his vape because mine's dead.
Shout out to Daniel.
Let's go, Daniel.
Mr. Manuel.
Grandpa Daniel.
Yeah.
Woo!
Everybody type Grandpa Daniel in the chat.
Type Grandpa Daniel in the comments.
That's right.
So let's just start by introducing the guest a little bit more. We'll go with Jessica first. Jessica, give me something about you. What are you interested in life? What do you do?
Interview time. Sorry about you.
Get pranked.
What are your?
If I were to remember correctly, you're gonna go to school soon to do something?
To become an esthetician, to work on people's skin, their faces.
Let's go.
So is that someone who specializes in like skincare and what
Yeah.
else?
Full body waxing.
Gotcha. We have a little bit of experience with that, Cody.
It's kind of
Tank
painful.
specifically.
Tank,
Tank
buttholes.
specifically, yeah. Jessica also likes K-pop.
What a nerd.
I wasn't saying that as a bad thing. I was just stating it.
You just out of nowhere.
I guess.
What genres of music do you listen to, Jessica?
Metal. I
Okay.
listen to y'all.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Sorry.
Rap. I'm definitely a little emo fuck. And then K-pop. Yeah.
There you
So
go.
speaking of emo fuck, we're all going to When We Were Young, right?
Firefest 2.0, baby.
Let's go.
Super excited.
I'm actually going to When We Were Hungry.
The fact that When We Were Hungry.
It's an actual festival
I
the
know.
day before When We Were Young
I
starts.
know. I really want to Blood on the Dance Floor would be there.
I would really like Limp Bizkit to make a guest appearance.
I just
Did you?
No, I'm going to When You Were Limp, and it's Limp Bizkit.
Just a bunch
It's
of
just only Limp Bizkit.
all
yeah.
day. Let's go.
Did y'all see the I Set My Friends on Fire? The whole commotion they caused.
No.
Over the
They
festival?
did set their friends on
Yeah,
fire.
they
It was quite
bought
a
they
promotion.
bought the URL. They spent a couple dollars to buy the URL whenwewereyoungfest.com.
That's awesome.
And it led to their Facebook page because they're like promoting for their upcoming tour.
That's
They
genius.
did say that
cracked.
they sold more tickets due to this and the news that it's brought to them since like 2011.
Yeah, this
They
is the
were
most
like,
tickets
we-
they've sold since
No,
2011.
it's an absolute genius idea.
That's actually, yeah. Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, but they tagged
for
like a
them.
whole bunch of bands who weren't included, and they were like parking lot fest. Let's go.
I will say I have spent a couple hours online before typing in URLs and trying to find one I could buy cheap that I thought would be
That's
like worth money.
first of all, the fact that that was available, really bad.
Yeah, that's
PR
bad
on
on-
when we were
Well,
Young Fest. That's so
I just
funny.
don't understand. So like whenever they announced it, my excitement was like way up here,
Right.
and then it was just like the more you found out about it,
Yeah, the more
you
it's
were
like, oh
fuck.
no.
Because I mean,
this is gonna be
the
awful.
venue really can only comfortably hold like 2 stages, and they're like, well, it's 3 stages, and we've got one of them is a rotating stage, and then they added a second day, but it's going to be the same lineup.
Yep.
On the second day, so all the bands, including the headliners, are only going to get like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So you're playing 2 20-minute sets instead of just
Now,
splitting the band.
the
Yeah.
thing about that is the rotating, the fact that not all 3 stages are rotating is already a fuck up.
That's weird, yeah. Like,
But the fact that you have a rotating stage, that is the way to do a festival like this. But again, 20 to 30 minutes for a day to remember, the Used, whoever else.
a lot of the bigger ones, especially.
Yeah, I think My Chemical Romance.
Yeah,
is gonna be
Paramore
there.
and My Chemical
Like,
Romance.
there's no shot that people are going to be like happy with 20 minutes of seeing that band.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
You might as well just watch a fucking music video.
Yeah.
So yeah, that whole thing, so fucking stupid.
Yep.
So
But
dumb. Because we looked at it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like I just pulled
because she
up
had
the
told me about
webpage.
it, and we like were excited about it because it was
I
a fresh
was
scene.
down. I was like, I don't care how much it costs.
Yeah.
Like these artists, but there's
Casey,
no way.
Casey started digging into it, and the first thing, like I specifically remember where it really shut it down for me, is you go, "Hey, check this out. This is all the rules," and you just kept scrolling.
There was
Like,
3
you just
pages. There was 3 pages of shit that's banned that you just can't fucking have.
Yeah, well-
I was like, this is terrible.
Live Nation also, the last time that they did, or like the last 2 big festivals that they announced, they just canceled and didn't give anybody back their money.
Just like
Oh,
this
they-
one. This one, they
and
said there's no refunds.
Yeah, there's no
on this
refunds.
No
pilot.
refunds.
Hold on. So Live Nation is also the people that hosted the Travis Scott concert. That
Yeah, that's actually been
Live
talked about a
That's been
lot.
talked about a lot.
Does a ton, like literally.
Their second
anything.
No, that's-
Ticketmaster
Yeah.
is in the
right. And I've
And it
used
is a
Live
different
Nation.
security company and
Right.
everything, but at the
I mean,
same time, it
regardless.
feels like a money grab because of that situation. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Being like, hey, no matter fucking what, you're not doing it. Because
That's pretty sketchy.
it's
Realistically,
so
the only
fucking
people that'll
expensive.
probably end up going is probably locals. To the locals of the.
Dude, if I was local, I wouldn't even go.
That's
I'll buy a
fair.
hotel near the place and just watch from the fucking balcony.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. Like, actually.
I think I would sign up to work on the like cleaning crew. And try to get in that way.
Oh.
No, I would do it before I ever had to clean. Don't worry, I would clean. I'm not at all worried about
That's fair.
making the money out of it. I would just do that to get in, and then get to see the meat of how shitty it is, and then just leave.
Terrible.
It'd be like signing up to clean TanaCon. Like, I'm not staying to clean. What the fuck you think this is?
$80 an hour to clean up after Bonnaroo. You taking it?
Oh god. Absolutely.
Not if people like Dylan would.
Sorry, Dylan, but you're probably not a real fan anyway, and you've never watched one of these, so. Fuck you! Oh,
you guys are
man.
about to get a slew of angry Instagram messages. I can't believe you fucking said that.
All right, so
Followed by an Instagram reel that's
that's probably got a stupid joke in it. Cody, what kind of music you listen to? You tell us something about yourself. You know.
Music I listen to, anime,
anime.
Japanese metal, Korean
Japanese
pop,
metal's fucking killer.
It is.
metal,
I'd give you that.
Yeah.
electronic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the one that got me started into electronic music back in the day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dude, you were going to like a shit because you were in Korea for the military for
Yeah, 3 years.
3 years.
And I went to 3 ultras there.
Yeah,
That shit was
Wow.
fun.
that shit was wild.
That's just
See,
like a-
just
I
seeing
got to
the
see like
pictures.
21 Pilots and Keizo and shit like that.
That's crazy.
That's not a name I expected to hear.
That like
Yo,
a
21 Pilots
Pilots
is fantastic
fucks with
live.
Korea hard though.
I wasn't excited for them until they played, and I was like, okay, they're fucking awesome live.
That's
Well,
sick.
Daniel has a 21 Pilots jacket, and I literally asked you if it had something to do with K-pop. Like, it just has the same kind of.
Well, he was
Didn't-
wearing it one day,
that.
and I was like, "Why the fuck do you have hello in Hangul written on like the front of your jacket?"
I remember
He was like,
that.
"Oh, it's 21 Pilots."
Oh, don't put it.
Sadly, Marshmello went to another concert instead of coming to Ultra when I was
Oh,
there.
that is-
Dude,
So
we
I
had
couldn't make
marshmallow.
it.
No, we had a marshmallow.
Let's go.
have a marshmallow.
Yeah.
We do not have a marshmallow can today.
That is
No,
correct.
I
No
have this
marshmallow
one,
can.
actually. Can we restart this? Yo, intro time.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
So you were in the military. What'd you do in the military?
I was in the Army, and I was a 35 November, which is a signals intelligence analyst.
Yeah. I remember.
And majority about that job is classified.
Right. Tilted.
I remember that you. Well, I'm not gonna talk.
You're good, just keep talking.
There's an earthquake going on. I remember I got a phone call from like a random number, and I answered it. And it was like, "Is this Casey?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "Yeah, we want to talk to you about Cody Bigham." And I was like, "Okay." So I was like, "Okay." She was like, "Can you meet me tomorrow?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "I see that you're close to this place. Can you meet me there?" I was like, "Okay." All right. It's like, "Okay, yeah, I can do that, sure." So I meet her at this library that I was close to, and she walks in. It like looks like something out straight out of a movie. Like she looked like she worked for the FBI. I don't know if she did.
Yeah,
I was assuming she worked for the NSA. Cause she was like asking me questions about like, did Cody ever do drugs and blah blah blah, and I was like, no. Because I'm pretty sure
Never seen a drug.
we don't know what marijuana is in Indiana.
What's that? Wait, you didn't get to see her badge?
Yeah, you showed me her badge.
Okay.
I don't remember what was on it. I'm assuming it was like NSA.
Like which
Yeah.
Because you were trying to get like clearance
Yeah.
for the military for your position.
So they had to interview like friends of yours and stuff. That's
Yeah. I know they got
Kyler.
Yeah, I was gonna say they got Kyler too. That was funny.
So did you write down like a list of people that they could contact, or did they just do it themselves?
I wrote them down a list, and like essentially they went to those listed people, and then got more people from those people that they would say who
They were
I got
like
with
mutual
and
friends
stuff.
on Facebook.
Okay, I got you. I got you. We actually came from lunch at a local restaurant called Gangnam, and we got to try a couple different. We show what you got right there. Oh god, that was terrifying. I'll hold it to the camera if you say it, Cody, because I don't know.
I just know it's Muggley. I can't really.
It's Magoli, is he saying?
Yeah.
Rice wine.
That's
Rice
rice wine.
wine.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is like has like a creamy kind of thing going on.
It just tastes like cream. It doesn't taste like anything.
See if I had like a let me think clear to show what it looks like.
No.
It literally looks like cum.
It's the
in all
same.
honesty.
It does. It looks like that's like the first thing I
For
said
all
when I
those
poured it out.
for all those of you who know what cum looks like.
And then
Well,
where's the other
He
bottle?
knows best.
Oh, I got you. I won't throw the glass one like
Not near as hard. All right, and then this is soju. So this is mango flavored soju.
that's really
And
good.
soju is vodka,
essentially.
like rice vodka.
Rice dry vodka.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So instead of potatoes, they use
These rice. Yeah. See, I was gonna say something earlier about that
So it's rice juice.
because it can still like there's potato vodka, there's rice vodka, and there's another thing that. Oh God, what is it? Tito's vodka? Don't they use something aside from potatoes?
Humans.
That's Soylent Green, the vodka.
Right. True.
I don't know. I don't remember what Tito's does, but I know it's. I feel
They
like
use
something different.
Potitos.
First time Austin's talking 10 minutes. It's marshmallows.
All right.
Backs.
So,
Didn't acknowledge it.
what'd you get to eat at the restaurant?
I got kimchi jjigae, which is like kimchi soup and then just beef bulgogi. Well, not
Bulgogi is-
I got bibimbap.
Or bibimbap, yeah. So that's like a stone bowl that's still like hot, you know?
Yeah.
And then you've got a bed of rice and then just like vegetables and
Yeah,
whatever
vegetables
meat,
and
whatever.
meat.
I had like a ramen style dish, you know, same thing. You just get to add what you want. And then Jess got a vegetable bibimbap. And then we had some sort of appetizer. What was that? It's basically like fried pot stickers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mondu.
Yeah.
Mondu. That's totally Mondu, dude. Telegram for Mondu. So that was pretty cool. The atmosphere in there is very interesting. It's you've got like booths, and every single booth has its own like 42-inch TV, and they're all linked together playing the same thing. Yeah, I mean for sure. They're not 60, but I mean they're like.
Yeah, they're decent.
Yeah. And
they're all smart TVs.
They're all smart TVs, so they can play separately, or you have them all linked together, and they just play K-pop. They're just on a consistent loop, essentially.
Or you could have like a sports bar atmosphere, because everywhere that's not inside the booths is just playing sports.
Yeah.
And then upstairs they've got like just the traditional Korean barbecue tables where you like cook your own meat and stuff.
Oh, okay. Nice. That's sick. There's another place in town, I think, that does that. Is it Shabu Shabu?
Yeah.
They do that.
Yeah. You got like the
I haven't been
boiling
there.
thing, and then you just kind of stick stuff down.
I've never
Shabu
done
Shabu is
that,
great,
but
yeah.
I've heard it's really, really good.
Yeah. Well, we've had it. Recently. Yeah.
There's a Shabu Shabu's hot pot versus like the barbecue though.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit different, but it's still you
So
cook
hot
it at
pot's
the
like
table.
boiling water that you're cooking at the table. Korean barbecues are like a coal pit in the middle kind of thing. It's probably electric, so not
Yeah, I didn't know like the difference.
Yeah, it's just like a little grill.
Oh, okay.
They've got the big vents that you like pull down to the middle.
Gotcha.
Vacuum that shit out of
That's pretty cool.
It's when we get sucked up in the other guy.
I mean, both of you have a bit of old experience that I don't know that anyone else here has, which is traveling out of the country. When you got so
You two are the only ones.
both of you have been out of the country, and some of the places you've been like kind of overlap, obviously. So where have you been? Like, let's start there.
Just
You went to
Korea.
Japan.
Yeah, Korea, and then I spent a lot of time in Japan, over a month. So we just kind of traveled. We stayed several nights. I want to say over a week in Tokyo, and then we traveled south. So we hit up like Hiroshima, Nagoya,
Is it
a
still
bunch of
blowing
places
up?
like that.
I was gonna say that's the first time.
What's up?
It was really cool.
USA.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. But I went in 2016, and it was the first time a U.S. president had visited since the bombing. So I went during the peace summit where like Obama.
Was it Obama? Yeah.
Yeah.
Obama?
The only time I've seen Obama was in Japan. So
Wait, you saw him?
yeah.
That's sick.
That's really cool. Like,
Wait,
you
that's
saw him
sick.
at
I
the
don't-
event.
I don't
yeah,
think I
at the
knew
peace
that.
summit.
I saw
yeah.
Trump in Korea.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so
He came and did a speech at Osan Air Base, and I went.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that was probably cringe.
It was fun, actually.
Here's my Koreans over here. They got really good rice. I love the fried
Oh
rice.
god.
Hey, what? What did I say? I don't know what I did wrong.
Hey.
Hey, is there very yellow? Hey, whoa, hey, what did I say?
Alright, okay.
I don't know what I did wrong.
Okay. Just relax.
Whatever, dude.
He said relax.
Donnie T.
What did I do? I don't know.
What? Now you went to New York with
Yeah.
Hey, what did I say? Hey.
Spagoli.
I'm walking here.
Okay.
We're at the beginning of this podcast. We're gonna put a disclaimer that we are not affiliated with either party. Like politically, like this is all.
That's a good point. We are all very
This is all just jokes. We don't give a shit about. Any.
yeah, we don't care about any of it.
Yeah, we support Carhartt, so suck a dick.
I swear, if you're about to burn your Carhartts, let a Midwest homie get some.
Yeah, that's like,
You might know this is
Carhartt's for
Columbia.
the gays now.
do what?
Carhartt's for the gays now.
Let's go.
Oh, God. Sure, we
I'm
go.
about it, dude.
I swear.
Still warm as fuck.
I swear.
Bro, I would wear the shit out of a rainbow Carhartt jacket.
Oh.
Abso-fucking-lutely, dude.
Absolutely.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Bud.
Any other neat like stories that you got from there? Or I remember you telling me about a place that you ate all the time. That was like really cheap. You mean what's that?
Caesarea.
McDonald's.
Dude, it's straight up like the
McDonald's.
imagine McDonald's quality, but it's Japan trying to do Italian food.
So
So
Fazoli's.
It's Sbarro. It's Sbarro.
it's definitely like you walk in and it's like baby cherubs on the ceiling and
Oh,
stuff,
God.
but they're
Is it
Like-
Japanese Olive Garden?
They have Coliseum.
definitely
Oh, dude, I
like
got the
way-
never ending.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. How is that going to be better than Donald Trump? Come on.
This
Come on,
so
man.
bad, so quick.
Anyway, that's very good.
But
So was there like a lot of them around, or like it was like a chain?
Chain thing?
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely a chain. But just like super low quality, like give them $1 and you get like a whole plate of
Holy
like a
shit.
whole tray that you take back. And yeah.
Does your money translate well over there? Like, does your dollar go further than it does here, kind of thing?
Absolutely.
The dollar's worth
yeah.
like way
So
more.
yeah, the dollar's worth more in Japan than it is in Korea.
Let's go.
So, like, give me an idea. Let's say I wanted to
$1 is
go get.
about 1,241.
Okay,
Which
so how,
1,000 is like their dollar.
if I go to a
Won-
vending machine to get a bag of chips, how many yen, won, whatever? Like, how much is it? You could tell me in
Well,
U.S. or Korea. Like, just give me an idea. I was trying to
Right.
translate it to, a bag of chips at a gas station here is $1.25. Let's say.
You'd probably spend like $1.
Okay, so it's nothing
It's
like ridiculous.
Yeah, not ridiculous.
But it goes a little bit farther. Okay, that's kind of what I was curious about, like trying to get some sort of tangential, comparison.
Yeah, I mean it's more like when you convert your money, you give them $100 and they give you
However much more.
Sure.
more money back. So
So
it's not
won-
necessarily that's priced differently.
So won is Japanese money, Korean money, and then
And
yen
yen,
is Japanese.
yeah. And so
I think
normally,
it's like
what you can
110
do-
yen
I only
is
know
a
that
dollar.
from Squid Game.
Okay. Oh, okay.
The yen's a bit stronger than the won.
Yen greater sign than won.
Noted.
Wow. You guys
But
okay
one
down there?
No, I said I only know won is Korean because of Squid Game.
Let's go.
I have a Squid Game thing, and I bought it not even knowing it was Squid Game, so that was pretty funny.
Squid Game.
It's just like something I bought, like a keychain or something. I thought looked cool, but it had Squid Game logo like on it, and Jessica was like, "That's Squid Game."
Octodad is the original Squid
So it
Game.
looked neat.
What?
Octodad is the original Squid Game.
That's no cap.
That is no cap at all.
Yeah. We need to get that in front
It's just a battle royale movie.
So
Technically.
Fortnite's the original Squid Game. So yeah, PUBG. So Jessica, I remember too. You went to there's a place with a bunch of like deer.
The deer head.
Oh yeah, I went to
Tavern.
two different islands. One was filled with like bunnies, and one was filled with a bunch of deer that you could like go up and pet and feed and.
So it's like
And the deer are like super friendly. Like they're not scared of humans because they don't have any predators on that island.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's really cool.
So.
Wait,
Yeah,
is it
they'll
like
walk
Nara?
up to you
Is
and
it
be like, "Sup,
Nara?
bitch?"
Is it just like a cafe or is it like a
No,
petting
it's
No.
like a whole
zoo?
like everywhere you go, there's just like a bunch of deer, just like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's like an
this
island.
is like an island.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh
So there
dear.
were like a bunch of different things. One of my favorite islands I visited though, it's just like an hour outside of Tokyo by train, in Oshima. It was actually the first time I had ever seen the ocean. Was in Japan as well. I've never
really?
been to Disney except in Japan.
That's
So
dope.
so
I
dope
went to Disney
though.
World, Disney Sea, and then we went to Universal Studios in Osaka.
How was that?
Fantastic. Harry Potter World was fantastic, except it was really kind of shocking because the cast of Harry Potter were like the only other white people in this establishment. So it was like, hello guys, but they were all Russian. So
Oh,
hearing
really?
like the Russian accents, yeah,
That would make sense.
Okay, yeah.
Russia's up
I can see that.
yeah.
there. Russia's that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you do anything? Like, do you have any interesting things you guys noticed where they had tried to Americanize something, but it's drastically different than what you remember from America? So, like, for example, did you ever see a Big Mac or something of that nature and go, like, wow, that's completely different than what you see here, but they're still calling it something the same?
Well, when I went to, we did stop by McDonald's in Tokyo, and the first time I tried a Sprite, because I was like, oh man, I just really miss like a Sprite from McDonald's. I could really go for one. I just need that like crispy, you know. Way too crispy. The not the caffeine. The carbonation levels are just like through the roof. It like burned my throat. I took a sip of it and I was like. Let me die real quick.
Yeah, that sucks.
I can't really think of anything, but I do know that KFCs in Korea still have the double play, where it's like the 2 pieces of
Oh, it's like 2 pieces of chicken,
and a
yeah.
sandwich in between.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
So,
I do
We're
know
paying
that-
for the podcast, ready to the podcast.
I do know they still have that, and I was really excited.
That's sick.
hell yeah.
KFC goes off in Eastern countries though. They still have like all the statues of the Colonel, and like
Yeah.
one I went to was like 5 stories tall. I was like, all right, KFC.
The KFC was 5
Yeah.
stories? Jesus!
That's the
What the
case.
hell?
I'm
I
trying to
actually
go
watched a
to.
video on how KFC got popular in Japan, and it was because they did like an advertisement to make Japanese people think that like all the Americans ate KFC on Christmas. So
That's
like
really funny.
KFC in Japan pops off in December.
In Christmas time.
Yeah, they pop off,
That's
and it
wild.
like popularized them.
Casey, what would you consider like traditional Christmas food? Like in America?
Turkey,
He's not.
ham.
You're not slicking. I love that. That's so funny. I mean, it's weird because like a lot of people go to like restaurants and stuff for Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Sure.
Like a shit ton of people that I know on Thanksgiving go to like Chinese buffets,
Yeah, actually,
Which is
that's
like-
a pretty common thing.
which is like really weird.
If you get Chinese food on Christmas and you don't tip your delivery driver, I will personally come after you.
She knows every I don't know. That's not
She
I
made
worked
that
at a
list. She
Chinese
checked it
restaurant
twice.
for years, and
Yeah.
Christmas was always the worst time.
Just don't be a
That's
dickhead.
so
It
weird.
was
Yeah, that's pretty-
awful. Like Christmas Day, it would just nonstop. We would get like on average 100 to 200 more orders
Yeah.
on Christmas than we would on like our busiest Saturday
That's so
for the
interesting.
entire year.
That's so interesting because like you think Thanksgiving, maybe not Thanksgiving as much, but like Christmas is like a hollowed holiday, right? Where it's like places are like shutting down, like they're sending people home early, stuff like that. And like I don't know if it's because that Christmas isn't like a big thing over on the east side of the world, but like they just are open.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
A
just, like,
Christmas
open,
Story, that movie is
Yeah.
really what like I mean I heard so many references. They'd open the door and they'd hit me with something. I'm like, haven't seen it. Here's your food.
So like,
That's so fucking funny.
well, you're saying that's why a lot of people
Eat
get
Chinese
Chinese food.
food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's really
absolutely.
funny.
I could see the trend there for sure.
I've
That's
definitely
just,
done
like,
it
weird
before,
to
except we
me,
went
but,
to a
like-
restaurant, so it was more like the actual instead of getting
I'm
ordered.
from the South. Like for holidays, all the food's home cooked.
Yeah, see, and that's
All of it.
that's like your
That's
standard
typically how
tradition.
it is, yeah.
And you know, we're in the northern part of the country, but we're in the most south part of our state,
Yeah.
right? So like, we definitely get a touch of the south anyway.
We're close enough to Kentucky to have like the bad bleed off.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Kentucky.
I'm smirking at you, Kentucky.
Smirking at you, fox. But you do have low gas prices, so shout out.
It's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
That is true.
And we're close. Let's put it this way: for anybody doesn't know exactly where we're located, I mean, we're close enough to
Here's my
drive there.
address.
We're close enough to drive there to get gas because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Like it's convenient still to drive across state lines, get gas. People used to drive
Are
across
we
state
European?
lines.
What is this?
I mean, people used to drive across state lines to buy alcohol around here on certain days because our alcohol laws are really weird in Indiana, and I think Kentucky still has.
Indiana's just behind because we got a bunch of old, stupid white dudes in power.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
yeah.
like described America.
I think you're right. I think you just described America.
Yeah, fudge you, Mitch McConnell, you turtly ass.
So
I combined.
Disclaimer:
fuck
we're not
and bitch.
political, but we still
Fudge.
think it's political.
Fudge McConnell, Spuds McKenzie, and Fudge McConnell.
Again, for our listeners or watchers, we are not political somehow. Somehow.
I'm not
just checking the
political,
trends.
but I will call out a stupid bitch if I know
Oh.
they're a stupid bitch.
Now that
You are a stupid bitch, Mitch McConnell. Your name's Bitch McConnell, man. How about that?
McConnell.
Sitch McConnell.
True. I'm more scared of getting into that than politics.
We are not a gang affiliate.
Going back true. Speaking of gangs and Asian people, Cody, you've been playing Yakuza.
Literally the greatest transition of all time.
You've been playing Yakuza. You've played all of the Yakuza games, right?
All the
Or
numbered
close?
ones.
All the numbered ones.
And then you're
Oh
playing
yeah,
the
there
rest
are
Through 6. I'm on like a dragon right now.
like a.
And that's the one that's turn-based.
Yeah.
So give me an idea of what
Yes,
transpires in these games. Like, you don't have to tell me the full storyline. There's a
What
lot.
transpires?
Like,
is-
you're just a gang member? Is
so it starts
There's this
out.
overarching story, like he's talking.
Yeah.
About this story.
So the first game starts off with you're Kiryu and you're in a Yakuza family, right? And one day you go to check on your patriarch, the head of that family, and you walk in and he's like, he got shot, pistols on the ground. And you pick up the gun to like inspect it right as the police come in, and you go to jail for 10 years. And you get expelled from the family, and your dude's like, your character's like hard Yakuza. He's like, nah, this shit ain't right. When I get out, I'm gonna figure this shit out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you get out, and you figure out that, like, the girl you loved before you went to jail is missing. There's this random girl that you're helping find her mother. She's 8. She's adorable.
Wow.
And you come to figure out, like, her mom is the aunt. Her aunt is the girl you're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck off, Dylan.
He heard us talking about it.
And you go through that and you figure out a bunch of shit, like the dude you were best friends with is who killed the head of the patriarch to gain power in the Yakuza family. The little girl's mother isn't who she thought it was. It was a fake name, and it's actually the girl you're looking for. And the dude she married was a senator in Japan that's abusing the Yakuza to get power.
Damn.
And you
Heavy
stop
stuff.
all of that. And then it comes down to essentially that this dude's just trying to raise this girl, and he gets an orphanage in Okinawa, right? Badass Yakuza dude raising kids.
In an orphanage?
In an orphanage.
That's cool.
But shit keeps dragging him back to the Yakuza. And you, like, always solve the problems because, like, you were the chairman of that whole family at one point for a singular day.
Yeah.
You got chairman, you gave it up to someone you trusted, and he turned out to be a fucking Korean mafia member that almost blew up the city you're from.
Damn.
Yeah.
So how many? Okay, so you've gone pretty far. How many games are we in now?
Oh, dude, I've only covered 2 of them.
Okay.
Dude, this story is so fucking
very,
wild.
very wild story.
It's wild.
So okay, there's
And you end up actually...
like 8-ish games.
Yeah, you end up actually raising the little girl you find, and she's like throughout all of them, and it was amazing to see her grow up.
That's cool. How many hours like in one game?
I can tell you from the last game I beat, which was 6, I put in 27 hours, and according to the game, I only did 14% of it. And that was main story straight.
So if you rounded it to 25 hours a game at 8 of them, I mean you've got what, like 200 hours?
Yeah, I played the shit out of it, and it's so fun. But the most recent game hard fucked me because every game before that was like real-time fighting. Like you had to block and like punch and dodge and all that shit, and then the next game is turn-based for the dumbest fucking reason I've ever seen.
So
in
is
my
it
life.
like Final Fantasy
It's like Dragon Quest,
or like?
bro.
Oh god.
The main character literally was
Oh.
like, the main character was like, he did a fight, and the dude that watched you fight was like, why didn't you beat his ass? You know you're stronger than him. He's like, oh, I see every fight like I'm playing Dragon Quest. And you're like, this is the reason this game is turn-based.
So he said it out loud.
Yeah, he was like, I see every fight I take as Dragon Quest. And I was like, this is why it's turn-based?
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
And then the most recent game I'm playing isn't related to the other Yakuza games. Like, I'm a new guy in the Yakuza, and it's kind of the same bullshit going on.
Yeah. Do you also play Pokemon Unite?
I do play a bit of Pokemon Unite.
Let's go.
We've heard Austin shout it out a couple
Yeah, I
times.
played it
on the podcast.
heavy on release, and like been dabbling a bit since I wanted to see what it was like recently. I played it a bit in December.
It's They just did another really big balance patch. It's actually really good right now.
So Decidueye isn't bullshit anymore?
Decidueye is actually huge right now.
Yeah, Decidueye is still bullshit.
It's so it's played more like the Decidueye main will play one of two ways, either like Ash from League.
Yeah, they hit you with a Shadow Sneak, you're slowed forever, and then they just fucking pelt you with a goddamn million feathers, and then when you think you get away, its ult shoots half the fucking map, so it doesn't fucking matter.
His ult is way shorter than it was.
Okay.
Way shorter than it was.
So that's how they helped.
That, and there's a few other like tweaks to damage and controls and other things that they've been doing.
I want to call them ADCs because of League, but like
yeah.
Cinderace and Decidueye and all them, are they still like the top junglers in the game?
Kind of, because you've got...
I've seen heavy Talonflame and Absol recently.
Talonflame is kind of huge right now.
I saw when I came back, the meta was like a speed character in the top
Call
lane,
back to the last podcast.
I hope I'm in Obama's iPod.
bottom and one in the jungle. Has it gone back to 2?
So it's 2-1-2, yeah, now. Is ideally, a lot of people play 3-1-1 sometimes, and it gets all sorts of crazy sometimes.
I understand and know exactly what you're doing.
Jessica, you played League before.
I have.
It's a terrible time.
I love League, alright?
I love League too.
I've been
can't stop
playing
it.
StarCraft.
Now that I can't stop playing.
I'm playing StarCraft,
I
StarCraft
played
2,
that. Stop playing that
and,
really fast.
and WoW.
Yeah, he's been playing WoW.
See, I want to get my WoW account back up and going because my WoW account is like really, really, really deep in. I have the latest expansion. I'm max level.
You have Shadowlands?
I do.
I was playing Classic when it came back.
Yeah. I'm not paying for anything. I'm
I
just
got to level 39 and
leveling for
it
funsies.
was kind of falling off, but I was so close to my mount.
Yeah. Well, see,
I have
mounts.
so many mounts
Mounts are
right
like
now.
20 now, right?
Well, mounts are player obtained, not character obtained. So I already have all 4 different mounts
Oh,
because
that's actually OP as well.
my character owns 4 mounts. So that's it. They just go across.
You also get started. You get the mount every time you start a new character too. If you have the high enough level to get mounts and stuff like that.
So I have mounts and pets.
It's like
you
I
have to
have
learn riding at level 10 still, but you have the mounts already,
Yep.
which is cool.
The only game I ever grinded was Destiny 2.
It's a good
Well,
game.
the original Destiny.
Destiny's
Original
fun, man.
Destiny was my shit.
me and Cody
32 days in that game.
Me and Cody grinded Destiny for a long time. It's fun.
I grinded Diablo 3 quite a
Diablo
bit.
3
Oh my
was
god, I don't even want to talk
shit.
about my
Bradley and I
Diablo
played that together
characters.
quite a
Diablo
bit.
3 was fun too. I played the
Daniel can attest to this.
Diablo
I
4 is
have
supposed to come out next year.
I have 14
go.
max level characters because I had 12 to start, and I got the expansion with the Necromancer, so they gave me the 2 extra character slots.
Let's go.
So
And-
one was for Necromancer.
I made 3 barbarians instead of making because there's enough to make 2 of each class, essentially male and female of each class. And I made 3 barbarians instead of making 2 because barbarian is my favorite class in Diablo 3. I'm also over Paragon level 500.
Jesus.
That,
Grindstone in
that
that
takes
game.
me back to playing fucking Destiny 1 and I had 3 warlocks so I could level up my main warlock the most.
That's how it be.
So funny.
Everybody was like, oh, you can get 1 of each class. I was like, no, fuck that. I just get 1 of the same so I can level up faster.
you're
'cause
talking
you can only
about-
do shit once a week per character.
You talk about Ty with high levels. Austin on Monster Hunter.
Oh my god. Monster Hunter World I spent
Hunter.
Oh, dude, I love Monster Hunter.
You had 217.
on one account.
Yeah.
On
On the
one
account that I saw,
No, my
What
main
weapon-
account's over 400
What
something.
weapon
Yeah, I
you
saw
use?
that.
What's your
Everything.
Main weapon? Your main weapon.
Dual blades.
I
Probably
would
say.
switch axe usually.
See, now, if I had to choose a second one, it'd probably be Insect Glaive, like a blast Insect Glaive.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's so OP. It's so OP.
So, what about Animal Crossing, just because I know you still been chugging away at it?
I actually haven't picked up Animal Crossing. I told myself I'd buy the DLC if I could consistently play throughout all of December, because the big update dropped and everything. I'm not gonna pretend like I've never played before though. I'm definitely 800 hours in at this point. But
Only 800.
don't have the DLC yet, so
Yeah.
Better little town looks fresh as fuck.
Daniel, what you been playing?
Dude, I've still been playing a lot of Binding of Isaac
Yeah.
recently. Yeah.
Cody
Yeah, I
fucks with
love
Binding of
watching
Isaac.
Binding.
I love playing Binding of Isaac, especially since I got my Switch OLED. It's great.
Same. I love this. The OLEDs. Let's go.
OLED game.
Because now I can play
OLED
games
game.
anywhere.
What about you, Casey? What you been playing?
Dude, I've been playing. I got like 3 games that are just like constantly in rotation.
Fortnite.
Hey, dude.
I
Hey.
haven't.
It's
played
fun,
it.
it's fun.
I can't lie. I've been getting shit on. I hate Fortnite. I actually hate Fortnite because
Fortnite's great until you shoot the dude that can fucking build a
Yeah, it builds a
goddamn
Taj
sky.
I like, dude, look, motherfucker turns into Jesus and builds Rome back in 3
Did you
days.
see that Fortnite may be bringing in a no build mode? Like
Oh,
for the battle
I would
royale?
play the shit out
Yeah,
of
they're
I fucking love third-person games.
I would say so.
Fucking
Fortnite to me is not a bad game because of it's like the building is where it gets me. I do like the aspect. I like their controls. I like.
Hell, I
Fortnite-
respect the building. It's just not my thing.
Fortnite is the skill gap in that game is fucking insane.
Yeah, it's
like-
actually.
It's so easy to shit on that game because it's like it was so big with like little kids. So it's like everybody's like, it's a little kids game. That game is fucking hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For you to be able to build, also know where your enemy is, then edit, then shoot.
Yeah, you ever seen those little kids
Dude.
like they're holding the build button, they're just like swinging it around,
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, it's fucking. It's actually insane.
It's ridiculous, dude.
But like, I play Apex, I play League. What is Dylan doing here?
Oh god, there's Dylan here. Hey, we had a cut because somebody walked in. Guys, this is Dylan. Say hi to Dylan, everybody.
Hi, Dylan.
I do.
Dylan goes to UK.
Dylan, Austin,
He's one of those
Daniel,
Kentucky guys.
Dylan knows who I am.
I'm awesome.
Jessica.
I'm Casey.
Hey,
Listen, he made a band.
He dropped his cap. No cap zone.
no cap.
No cap zone.
Okay.
Alright. You're going back to UK?
Yeah.
Dylan, how long of a drive you got?
London.
3 hours.
3 hours.
Oh.
What do you do on your drive?
I drive. I listen to Heir Crown.
That's right. Yeah, listen.
Let's go.
There you go. Later, man.
Be safe.
Plug it. Plug your merch.
Don't hit anybody.
Speaking of merch, buy merch.
Bye, Merle.
do it.
Buy merch, guys. And no, actually, we did get everything like live going. I can ship it out. We ran a test shipment, and I shipped a package to Casey just to
Yeah.
make sure we go through. You don't have that with you, do you?
It was very rude.
I,
It was great.
I wrote a little note on the inside. How is it rude? I said you have a massive dong.
They drew a penis, so
Well, that's true.
makes it.
Okay, Jonah Hill, calm down.
I mean, would it have been better if he put an H on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that was hilarious.
Way funnier. Daniel writes better jokes than I do.
True. That's why
I
he's the
suck at
favorite.
jokes.
Suck at jokes.
Well, guys, I think we're starting to run a little long.
Yeah, I mean, I was fine with that just because we had guests, but
Yeah.
I think we've covered most
Everything.
of our
I
topics.
mean, we talked about a lot of stuff.
Today's just the gaming cast.
This is, I don't know. We
That's
got
fun.
pretty educational with your talks about like, Japan, Korea.
I wanted to get into some of that just because, like I said, you guys do have
Your
different
talks with about Donald
worldviews
Trump
and-
and Obama.
Obama.
Got to experience racism as a white person.
Okay, I'm actually incredibly interested to hear that. Go ahead. Continue.
I've been not allowed into certain places because I wasn't Korean.
That happened to us too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've actually had, not because of me, but because the store owners felt bad, they had the police called on someone. Because I was eating at a table with a Korean girl, and some old man wasn't having it.
He called the cops.
Yeah, the store owner called the cops to have the old man escorted out because he just
Oh.
kept saying racist remarks towards me.
Oh, wow.
Okay, what
Were you in like uniform?
No,
Okay.
what does racism look like towards an American? Like what?
It's
Racism looks like
Well,
racism.
I mean, sure. Don't get me wrong, but like, what did he say to you? Say he had to be taken out because of racist remarks. I mean, what does that even?
He's white.
I've never had to experience that. I don't know. I've never had someone like,
was-
"Yo, you cracker!"
It was
Like,
really
what-
weird for me because like I just
we're
didn't
gonna
want
be
to
on the
notice
first
it. Like I don't know. I tried to pretend it wasn't happening,
Sure.
but like not all older Koreans, but there's a good chunk of them that think it's like wrong to mix their race
Oh,
kind of
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
Well,
So since you were with a Korean girl, like, that was his big hullabaloo.
I wasn't even dating the girl.
You were just eating.
Yeah, I just happened to be
lunch with her or whatever.
She was a friend,
Yeah.
and we were out. It was actually, we went to Ultra, then we went clubbing, because by that time the subways were down at night. So we're like, we'll just go keep having fun until they reopen, eat, and go home.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. And this dude was just like, I can't believe there's a foreigner here with a Korean girl, this and that.
That's
Just
fascinating.
shit talking me the whole time.
Yeah.
Did you ever experience anything like that, you said?
I mean, mine was less. I mean, it was way less because I was an American or because I was white, and it was more because I had tattoos. Japan did not fuck with the tattoos.
That
They
makes
were
sense.
absolutely not about
That
it.
makes sense.
Korea is kind of the same. If you go to a casino, they give you sleeves to wear to cover your tattoos because
At several places.
instead
I
of
went
figuring
to, they
out
would
which
give me
tattoos
stuff.
are gang related, they just hide them all.
Yeah. I got given like bandages, like ace bandages and stuff to cover it up. Like I couldn't go to the bathhouse and stuff like that, which is all stuff that I knew and anticipated. But just the way that like on days that were cold, I would be wearing a jacket, and then whenever I would take off the jacket and they would see my tattoos, which one of my tattoos I got in Korea. So like one of them was fresh, and just like the attitude changes were very apparent and things like that. But there were times when I wasn't allowed in places, or
So sad.
they were the girl that I was traveling with, like I have blue eyes, and the girl I was traveling with has blonde hair and blue eyes, and so we did get stopped in public pretty often by people just being like, oh my god, is that natural? And we had at one point, like a group of elementary school kids come up and ask if they could take pictures because they had never seen a white person before. So that
some of it,
was-
some of it was still,
That's really wild. Man.
some of it was
Yeah.
There was-
still like wholesome, I guess.
Yeah,
comparatively.
yeah.
So.
There
it wasn't
like,
anything.
one low-key racist thing that cracked me up every time was when I'd go eat at a restaurant, I would always get handed a fork, which cracked me the hell
Yeah.
up.
That's real.
Hang on,
fucking
they
funny.
always hand you a fork, and they will never give you spicy food. Like, they just assume. They're like, if you're white, you can't
Oh,
handle
God.
spice. Or, like, I was asked, like, American spicy or Korean spicy? And I'm like,
God.
Yeah,
Come on,
I
guys.
had like a 10-minute talk with some Korean lady because I went to a place known for spicy food and I was going to eat their spiciest thing. And she was like, really? I was like, yeah. She was like, are you sure? And I was like,
Yes.
yeah.
I came here to try this thing.
This is the reason I'm here.
Yeah.
yeah, I went to a restaurant in Itaewon, and he actually, like, at first was like, yeah, but, like, I don't really, like, want to give you, like, the spiciest thing. And I was like, no, like, I promise. And he ended up giving it to me in, like, a little, like, side dish. And that's even the district in Seoul that's known for foreigners.
Yeah,
like,
I was
it's
like,
literally...
Itaewon is like the foreigner-friendly place.
It's like the tourist place.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's insane.
Well, I think it's a good place to cap it off. You started on, we were going to stop, but you started on something that
Yeah.
caught my attention for sure. So,
For sure.
guys, I appreciate if you've watched this far. I hope you have, because there's some pretty cool shit this episode.
Thank you.
Nothing super music related, but, it doesn't always have to be that. We just want to get together as a group, and
True.
it's fun having people from out of town or people that aren't usually on. So, we really appreciate you guys for watching. You were Cumber. You were worth it.
Always remember.
Or you buy our merch. Our merch is out there. I will personally get your merch put in a bag and shipped out to you.
Correct.
It's literally my job.
Shit with love.
So yeah,
I'll put a special note inside every bag.
I'll handwrite a note in there and I'll even kiss it, unless requested not to.
We got bathwater specials.
HTCC bathwater coming out. That's our third merch item.
That's right.
See it on the store soon. We love you guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you guys.